Right in there.
Like this? Okay.
Gotta move back so I can get them.
Like this? Okay. Make sure you're making out with the mic. Test 1, 2.
Test.
Test 1, 2.
All right. Okay, so I'm Grant Burns, and I'm playing Sergeant Trotter.
I'm Kat, and I'm playing Molly Ralston.
And this is a brief scene from the Newport High School Drama Club's newest play, The Mousetrap by Agatha Christie. It's a murder mystery. And we're opening next weekend on the 7th. And we're doing a show that night, 2 shows on Saturday, and then the same setup the next weekend. Oh yes, and we have a student show on Thursday.
For $3.
Yeah, and for tickets to the normal show, you have to pre-buy them from one of us or another cast member, or talk to Miss Halk or Miss Deeren, because it's actually a dinner theater. And so we have dinner from local restaurants coming in.
You need to let me, like, lean on you, because my arms
Ready?
are dying.
Yeah, dinner on.
Mrs. Ralston, let me tell you something. I've had all possibilities in mind ever since the beginning. The boy Georgie, the father, everyone's a suspect. And someone else. There was a sister, you remember.
Oh, the sister.
It could have been a woman who killed Maureen Lyon. A woman. The man's felt hat pulled well down, and the muffler pulled up. And the killer whispered, you know. It's the voice that gives the sex away. Yes, it could have been a woman.
Miss Casewell.
She looks a bit old for the part. Oh yes, there's a very wide field. There's yourself, for
Me?
instance. You're about the right age.
But I don't need...
No, whatever you tell me about yourself. Remember, I've got no means of checking at this moment. And then there's your husband.
Giles, don't be ridiculous.
He and Christopher Wren are much of an age. Say, your husband looks older than his years, and Christopher Wren looks younger. Actual age is very hard to tell. Just how much do you know about your husband?
How much do I know about Giles? Don't be ridiculous.
You've been married how long?
Just a year.
And you met him where?
At a dance in London. We went in a party.
Did you meet his people?
He hasn't any people. They're all dead.
They're all dead.
Yes, but... Oh, you make it sound so wrong. His father was a barrister, and his mother died when he was a baby.
You're only telling me what he told you.
Yes, but...
You don't know it of your own knowledge.
It's outrageous.
You'd be surprised, Mrs. Ralston, if you knew how many cases rather like yours we get. Especially since the war. Homes broken up, families dead. Fellow says he's been in the Air Force or just finished his army training. Parents killed, no relations. There aren't any backgrounds nowadays, and young people settle their own affairs. They just meet and marry. It's parents and relatives who used to make the inquiries before they consented to an engagement. That's all done away with now. Girl just marries her man. Sometimes she doesn't find out for a year or so that he's an absconding bank clerk or an army deserter or something equally undesirable. How long had you known Giles Ralston when you married him?
Just 3 weeks.
And you don't know anything about him?
That's not true. I know everything about him. I know exactly the sort of person he is. He's Giles. And it's absolutely absurd that you should suggest he's some crazy homicidal maniac. Like, he wasn't even in London yesterday.
Where was he? Here?
No, he went across country to get some chicken wire.
Bring it back with him?
No, it turned out to be the wrong kind.
You're only 30 miles from London, aren't you? That's about an hour by train, a little longer by car.
I tell you, Giles wasn't in London.
Just a minute, Mrs. Ralston. This is your husband's coat.
Yes.
Evening news, yesterday. Sold in the streets about 3:30 yesterday afternoon.
Well, I don't believe it.
Don't you? Don't you?